What's up, guys? Welcome back to the DVD Collector. Today I got a pretty interesting video. Today I have a LG Super Blue BH200 Blu-ray / HD DVD combo player. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay, so this is a really cool player that I've had for over a year now, I think, and I've been, meaning to put out a video and share my thoughts on this, but it's a pretty niche player. It's pretty obscure and obsolete, so it's something that I like having in my collection because I do have a lot of HD DVDs and I have a ton of Blu-rays, and I wanted something that I could play both on, you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted one player that I could come downstairs in my movie room and just watch an HD DVD, pop it in, and like, if I want to put a Blu-ray in it, put it in the same player. Because I do have an Xbox Series X, but I save that for my 4Ks, and I apologize, everything's kind of dusty down here, so sorry about that. But, yeah, it's just, I'm the one breathing it in. No, but seriously, the Xbox Series X is really, great and all, but I do have a lot of, disked, games, so I like to save my disk drive for the games, and I like to play my 4Ks on there, and I don't want to, wear it out, I don't want to put in some, dusty, that's, the word of the night, crusty DVD, or Blu-rays that I find at the Salvation Army that I do still kind of clean, but I don't know. I want to save it for Xbox purposes and 4K purposes only. So, going back to the machine, or the, not this machine, but this player. This player is just, I enjoy it a lot, and I got the room for it. So, I just want to show you guys, kind of a quick review of it. I'm not going to go too in-depth with this. I just want to kind of give you an idea of what it is and why I like it, and if it's something that you should buy. So, I picked it up for, I think it was $50-something plus $30 for shipping, so it was under $100, which is cool. Was it my best money spent? Probably not, but it's cool. So without further ado, let me just start it up. Power button's right here, and I like how everything kind of lights up. It really looks and feels like an expensive player. I think it was back in the day. I think it was a ton of money. But it just, yeah, it's really cool. So I have, here it is loading up. I have a remote. It didn't come with one, which is actually why this was cheaper than $100. Usually these players go for over 100, I've noticed. And if they're under 100, question it, because it's, this one did have some minimal damage on it. So, just cosmetic stuff like scratches, but it's super minimal. And, I don't really care, because I usually actually have this little Xbox thing on top of it, covering up those scratches. So, yeah. But, the older model did have these buttons right here. It was the BH100, I believe, and it had the buttons up top. And then I think the power button was also on top, and the disc tray was a little bit more centered. But this is a really, it's a good upgrade. I think the issue with the BH100... So the prior model to this, I think the issue was you could put HD DVDs and it would play it, but it wouldn't show you the main menu for HD DVDs. It would only show you the main menu for Blu-rays. And I think that was going on. Maybe there was an update or some firmware update that you could do that would fix that, but as far as I know, that kind of led me on to not wanting that player. And I actually thought that player looked cooler. I guess a lot of the complaints were that the buttons were on top, so you couldn't stack anything on top. But I think it was a cooler looking player, because it also had a Blu-ray emblem engraved on top, which looked really cool. But if you're gonna stack something on top, you're not gonna see that or whatever. It's gonna be covered up. I wouldn't even be able to see that, because this is pretty low to the ground. But yeah, sorry, I'm going off on kind of a tangent there. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what happens when we put a disc in. So I'm gonna do a Blu-ray first, and I have the Titanic, and most of the discs work. I think there is some firmware update that I need to do, but I haven't. So not all the Blu-rays work, but every HD DVD that I've put in here has worked. So I'm assuming by the time of the firmware update, HD DVDs were already canceled, already discontinued. you'll see the Blu-ray and the HD DVD emblem illuminate at the same time, but once it distinguishes whichever disc it is, it will show the appropriate emblem. So in this case, the Blu-ray emblem should pop up. And there it is. And then it says it up on the top too. And you see the super blue in the background, which is cool. Yeah, and then it'll load up and everything should be good to go. What I really like about this player too is that you do have, like, you know, this little digital, these icons here showing the disc spin, and you have the timestamps. So it really comes in handy when you're watching something and you want to know how far in the movie you are. It's right there. You don't even have to press pause. All right, so moving on, we're going to actually go ahead and pop in an HD DVD so you can see what the HD DVDs look like when they go on. So this is the first HD DVD that I ever bought. I bought this by accident thinking that it was a DVD, because I do remember HD DVDs, like, vaguely, kind of like a fever dream, that they did come out, and but Blu-ray was, like, winning big time in the format war, so I always just, you know, bought Blu-rays or watched Blu-rays, so I never purchased an HD DVD ever, and I kind of figured that they just worked on, like, regular players. I just thought they were, like, modified DVDs. I guess, you know, they are, but they need to be played on a special player. So I didn't know that, and I came home and I popped this in and nothing happened, and it was just in my regular DVD player. And yeah, so I kind of went down the rabbit hole looking up how to play this, and I ended up actually getting the Xbox, the Xbox external drive that was publicized, but I never really heard about it back in the day. So, you know, obviously Blu-ray was going to win because they had, you know, the PS3 was also a Blu-ray player, and that thing worked phenomenally. So still one of the best Blu-ray players I've ever used. I mean, the PS3 is freaking awesome. So, and I still have one. But besides all that, the HD DVD, yeah, it's cool. It's nostalgic, and it's fun to just kind of tinker around and play them. So I'm just going to pop this one in. And this is the disc that sent me down the rabbit hole. And those buttons are really nice. They really feel nice. It's like the PS3 when you press the buttons. You just kind of have to, like, tap it, and it's, like, censored. It's really cool. So this time the HD DVD should illuminate. Same thing as last time. Just now we're going to be on this side. Takes a little while. Definitely one of the cons of this is just it's not going to be as quick as today's machines or players. I keep calling them machines. All right, there we go. And then HD DVDs up there. So you get it illuminated down here. It says it's still reading the disc. It takes a little while for it to load. You'll get the little spinning wheel icon. And there we go. Now we're in. Now this is a Universal movie, so the Universal entrance is really cool. The intro, I should say. Yeah, so Universal will pop up. And then it has the cool HD DVD logo. Very nostalgic, even though I didn't really use these back in the day. Very cool. And this is on a 4K Samsung 50-inch TV, and it looks pretty good. Now, my only gripe with this player is it isn't the sharpest. Okay, it's definitely fun. It's a cool player, and it keeps my Xbox, you know, from having to be the main player down here. Because, like I said, I like to pop in a lot of Blu-rays, and not all the Blu-rays work because it definitely needs a, like I said, it definitely needs a firmware update, and I just haven't gotten around to do that. Maybe that's something I can do. But yeah, it's not the sharpest. It's just looking at the menu, you can tell it's showing some age. But there's probably a way to, like, you know, go in settings and really tinker around with it. But yeah, you can see it's just the regular TV aspect ratio of 16.9. So it's just a regular widescreen, and it's at 1080p, you know, for resolution. So there's not too much you can do. It's definitely not like Dolby Atmos. Like, it doesn't sound that great. either, but it's not a bad player. It's just, you know, you pop a movie in and you just want to be mindless and just watch whatever. Great. If I'm going to want to watch something with like the best output, I'm just going to use my Xbox Series X and pop in a 4K, you know? So that's not the point of this. I didn't buy this to have the like absolute best. I bought something that could just play HD DVDs and Blu-rays, kind of do it all. And, you know, I pop all these movies in and they're kind of just on in the background. So for me, it works, and it didn't cost an arm and a leg, and it's just fun. It's just cool to kind of go back in time and use a super expensive player for back in the day, and then, you know, you can buy it for like $50 to $100 now. That's fun. That's cool, and it looks nice in my setup. So it's just a nice looking thing. It's a nice player. Now, would I recommend this? Probably not. No, I wouldn't recommend this to just anybody. I would recommend this player for someone who's super niche and they kind of, you know, have a soft spot for older technology, and they're just, you know, that's their hobby. But, excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. If you want a player to just kind of, you know, play your movies and you want something that's going to be really good, then I recommend just getting something else. And I would just recommend staying away from HD DVDs in general, because they're not really that great. They're just more of a nostalgic, fun thing, obscure physical media platform that just wasn't successful and failed miserably. But it's just fun to come down to my movie room, and I know I have, you know, quite a few of these movies laying around, and I can pop one in, and you get that cool intro with the Universal, especially with the Universal movies, and something different. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this to just anybody. If you just want a player, go out and get like a nice Sony player. I know they make you know, pretty affordable ones now. You can just go to Walmart or Target and pick one up and be done with it, and hopefully it'll last you a decade or more. So that's really it, guys. I just thought the Super Blue is really cool, and I just want to share it with you guys. I don't expect this video to do that well, but I really want to share it with the folks out there who like players. So if you have any questions, you know, just hit up the comments. And I don't know a ton about these. It's just, if you can find them, great. They're just really hard to find at thrift stores or anywhere else. You're going to find them online. You're going to find them on eBay, maybe Mercari, maybe Facebook Marketplace, probably not. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you find out there, and what players do you recommend. I mean, yeah, it's just HD DVD is kind of it's definitely dead. But if you're weird like me and you got a little extra time on your hands, this is a fun thing to own. So, well, if you like the video, guys, if you could subscribe, that'd be great. And if you give me a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks, guys.